Hey guys, Ryan here with CHIIRP. Thank you so much for taking a minute to watch this video. In this video, I want to talk about the importance of follow-up. We've all heard the phrase, the fortune is in the follow-up, right? And I am a big believer in that. I've found that if you have a solid follow-up game, your leads become much more valuable. The problem that most people have is following up with their leads in a timely manner. Most people try for the sale when they first get the lead, and then if they don't get it, they pretty much give up, and that's you're leaving a lot of money on the table if that's what you're doing. We generate a lot of leads, we spend a lot of money to do it, so you might as well get the most out of those leads that you possibly can. I want to talk about one very simple trick that we use inside of CHIIRP that is very, very effective, that allows us to be more hands-free with our follow-up without having to try to remember everything that's going on. We're going to use technology to keep us from not following up, right? So one of the ways we did this before is we put an alert in our calendar that says, hey, you need to follow up with this guy Friday at 2 o'clock or whatever the follow-up is. You just had a conversation with a guy. He's very interested in what you have, and he says, hey, I'm ready to get started, or I want to talk again on Friday, whatever it is. Instead of, so that creates that step where you got to create a calendar notification to yourself that says, hey, remind me on Friday to reach out to this guy. What we found to be much more effective, much easier to do, is to schedule the message the moment that you had the conversation. So right when you get off the phone or you get out of the conversation with this lead, you schedule your follow-up right then and you forget about it, okay? So I'll give you an example of how we do that. So here's a normal conversation going on within the CHIIRP platform. We're having a text conversation. This is just a dummy conversation. Now, this person says, hey, follow up with me on Friday, right? So I'm going to say, I'm gonna say what I want to say on Friday. Say, hey, first name, Ryan here with CHIIRP. If you have an established relationship with them, you may not have to introduce yourself again. But in this case, you're Ryan here with CHIIRP. We spoke last Wednesday. What would be a good time to connect today? Okay, something along those lines. Now, what I'm going to do is, instead of sending that message right now, I'm going to click on this little clock right here. This is our scheduled message clock. We're going to click that, and we're going to choose Friday, and we're going to choose the time we want that to go out. So let's say it's 10 a.m. We hit OK. We hit send, and now our follow-up is done. We don't have to think about that again because they are going to get a text message Friday at 10 o'clock, which will start the conversation with that lead. When the lead responds, we'll get an alert, and we'll be able to continue that conversation and schedule a time to chat on Friday. Scheduled messages are extremely powerful. They're very good to help you be more effective in your follow-up. I use scheduled messages every day, and I highly recommend you do the same. If you have any problems setting them up, if you need any help, obviously refer to this video. There's also videos up here in the top right. Those will help you as well. But I highly encourage you to start using scheduled texts to follow up with your leads. If you have questions, let us know. Thanks.